So first I started off with shampoo and conditioning my client. Why? Because it gives you the best result for your haircut. You can actually maximize whatever potential your client has with whatever he's trying to achieve. Um, so yeah, that's the first thing that you want to do before you touch any client anyway. He also told me that he didn't really want much cut off the top. So what I did was added like a 3 on top of it. That's based off of my opinion. Well, it's actually like my expertise. I could see that it's not really that long, but I wanted to clean up exactly what he had on there and get some of those loose hairs. Then we're about to get into the fade. He expressed that he wanted a very low fade, and I'm not really into putting hard lines in. So what I did was just close my fast feeds and began basically my first level of what I was going to fade. I see some people take the clippers, go and put them directly on the scalp. I'm not really a fan of that. I think that creates a problem that you just don't even need. It's just too much of a hard line. Secondly, you kind of want a gradual blend. So the last thing you want to do is worry about fixing a problem that you created that you didn't really need to create in the first place. Right now, I felt like his hair wasn't really that dry. So what I did was manipulate the teeth of my comb, make sure I lift his hair up, open up the pores, get straight to him, and be able to blow dry down to the cuticle of the head. Yeah, so at this point, pretty much dry. So now what I did was go even higher. I went with a 4 guard to remove majority of the bulk off the sides, just so I can be able to see. That's what you kind of want to do. You want to remove as much as you need to. You already know you're getting rid of the hair anyway, so just take it down now so you can begin doing your different levels of creating your gradual fade by just knocking that hair off the side and getting it out the way. The purpose of a fade is just to create your smaller lines between the top level and your lower level. So you're going to just keep constantly creating smaller lines and pulling them out. Smaller lines and pulling them out in between, and to create a gradual flowing fade with definition. And that's basically what I'm doing right now. Like I said, his top was about a 3 with the grain. So between the top and bottom, we're going from OA up until a 3, 4. But just creating a small gradual distinction between the top and bottom. Right now, I'm just going over the hairline to remove any excess hair that might be falling over top of the shape up. And you kind of want to do that, like I said, to keep everything as clean as possible. Then I'm going to apply some spritz right here and some holding spray. Reason being is because I've been a young barber before, chasing sweaty hair clients. The hair is running up. Last thing I want to do is be chasing hair follicles and your shape ups in the middle of your head. With some spritz, a light layer of spritz, you're going to get, number one, that white line that every barber right now is chasing. And secondly, the hair is actually going to stay in place, so you won't end up pushing anyone's hairline back or just chasing any hair at all. So right now I'm doing his first shape up, and I'll explain why that's just the first shape up in a second. Putting a shape up on it after you faded it is going to reveal like some small details, a couple things you might miss. So me being a very detailed person that I am, I typically grab a clipper and lift my hairs up in spaces that I see it might be a small little line there. You kind of want to like walk away, turn your client, make sure you're not looking at shadows. And sometimes just going over things with guards. Every person's hair isn't just flowing completely down and everything. Sometimes there's some parts of their hair that is just going in a different direction, and you might actually physically have to know what to do in order to get them to pull out a small line or a small different hair follicle or just something simple. I have a couple clients that just want their grays plucked out. So, with the technique of clip over comb or trim over comb, you're able to lift up a piece of hair and just get that one piece of hair just by practicing that technique. I would suggest you try to practice that as much as possible now. Anyway, just for, like I said, small details and I'm just a perfection chaser. So kind of thought I had added in here when I applied the enhancement, but I guess I didn't. So right now I've added some Kiss hair color and the little hair fibers for his edge up, just to enhance the line a little bit. To me, it doesn't look as fake or whatever you want to say, but it did give it like a really good definition for the lineup. And not to mention, you know, if your trimmers are good enough, you don't need to have, this isn't even with a razor. And so once you finish this side, in which me, I'm not really ever finished, I'm going to always try to find something to fix. Or it may actually be something there. And you, like I said, once you take a step back and you come back to something, you may see something that you looked over the last time. So I'm heavy, like I said, heavy on detail. I'm going to keep coming back to make sure that it's perfect. So right now I just did like an open fast feed just to clean up whatever may be left over, and just make the fade look as gradual and neat as possible. So then we just went ahead and did the exact same thing on the opposite side. Fading it top to bottom, making sure it's as clean as possible, trimming over top of it, shape up, enhancement, basically the exact same thing. And then we just gonna hit it with the antiseptic and finish up. But make sure that you do use some sort of antiseptic. Me, I may use Seabreeze or a different product that I might like that month. We don't know, but you want to keep, like I said, make sure your clients are as clean as possible. Right now I'm putting a little pomade on his hair to make sure his waves are in there, locking a little bit of moisture again, and lay it down. And of course, I have to find something. Can't let one hair walk out the shop. You really shouldn't, because that's going to be the difference between you making $15, $20 for a haircut and $40 and $50 for a haircut. So make sure your clients feel like you have an addiction to perfection. And my man is done. So that's about it. Thank you guys for watching.